Hey everybody, hope you're all having a great day. So today I thought I would do a quick recipe. We've seen this online, so it's not my recipe, but this is the first time we are trying this. And so I thought I would also go ahead and share it with all of you guys. Quick little backstory. 1 week after Thanksgiving, after seeing the success from Heather, the crafty trucker, and other people, and also doing research online, I actually started on a low carb diet. I've actually been doing keto, and I've really fallen in love with it. I think it's an awesome way of eating. And so I am thinking about trying to focus a lot on making some recipes and filming it for you guys and putting it out and sharing it with everyone. So the one that we are going to do today, this is actually a keto cheesy taco skillet. So we already have everything prepared. Everything is cut up. I will have the complete recipe linked below in the description if you want to go through that and make it yourself. And yeah, and if you try it and do it and see how it turns out, and if you like it, leave a comment and definitely let me know. Like I said, this is the first time that we're doing it, but I think it's going to be something awesome. My mom has actually started doing keto with me, and she's already made this recipe and she said it turned out excellent. So we're excited to try it tonight. So let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to ground the ground beef. The recipe actually calls for grass-fed, and unfortunately I'm not that rich. So we just have regular ground beef. This is an 80-20 blend, so it does have a little bit of extra fat in there. Or is this the 73?
No, this is...
Yeah, this is the 80-20. So
It's frozen.
it got a little frozen in the fridge. Our freezer.
Pound too. We're using a little bit more than you're supposed to use.
It got a little frozen in the fridge. Our fridge was turned up too high, and it actually froze it a little bit. So we got to cut it up here and get that going. The recipe does call for 1 pound of ground beef. We wanted to have a little extra for leftovers. We are a big proponent of leftovers, so we can easily heat up meals while we're driving during the week. So that is why we are doing a little extra here. So let me go ahead and get this all browned up, and we will be right back. Alright everyone, so we have the hamburger all cooked up, and we went ahead and drained the excess grease off of it. So next we're going to go ahead and add in 1 onion, 1 zucchini, 1 red bell pepper, and 1 green bell pepper. All of this goes in on top of the hamburger meat and cook it until the vegetables are a little tender. So we already have everything all chopped up and ready to go, so we can just dump it in. So it does look really, really good. Mr. Don is our famous chef. He does the majority of the cooking. He does all the cooking in the truck.
Majority.
So I did want to say also, I mentioned a little bit earlier that I found this online. This was actually sent to me by Don's sister, Julie. Whenever we were visiting Don's family for Christmas, you know, we told them that I was on keto and everything. She happened to come across this recipe and sent it to me. So Julie, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. This is the first time we are trying this, but like I said, my mom's already made it and she said it turned out awesome. So we're looking forward to it. So we're just gonna cook this down until the vegetables get a little tender. You don't want to overcook the vegetables because whenever you do that, you do kind of cook out all the nutrients. All right, so we do have our vegetables all tender right now after it's cooked for a couple of minutes. And so now the next thing we're going to add is
Jalapeno pepper.
the jalapeno pepper. And this is just one jalapeno that we cut up and diced. Of course, we remove the seeds because we don't want it super spicy. Just want to get that flavor. And then the recipe calls for 1 cup of diced cherry tomatoes. I don't have any cherry tomatoes, so we had a can of tomatoes up in the cabinet. Since we got a little extra ground beef and everything, we went ahead and done, it's about 1.5 cups. It's about half the can there you seen. So we got about 1.5 cups of tomatoes that we poured in with some juice.
Think that's good, or you want a little more?
I think it looks good.
Okay.
So we're going to let this cook for just a few more moments.
Okay.
All right, so next we are going to add some spices here. We don't have a lot of dishes here in the truck, so we kind of just put them all together. We're going to dump it all in at once. But the spices that you need, you're using 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, 1 teaspoon paprika, 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, and 1/2 teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt. So that is all of our seasonings that we just poured in.
It said you can use just like a packaged taco seasoning, but this is more, doesn't have additives. So it's better.
Right, the recipe does say that you can use a packaged taco seasoning. I would rather not, just because you don't really know, if you look at the ingredients, sometimes they add sugar, sometimes it's got wheat or something of that nature, or flour for thickening. And of course, as you know, on keto, that is a big no-no. So we decided to just follow the instructions here and put our own spices in and make kind of that taco flavor, taco seasoning flavor. It smells so good.
It smells good.
The whole truck is just filled with that aroma, and it's so good. So we're going to let this go for just a few more moments, so that way we can let everything get good and combined and all the flavors mix well together. And then we will add the finishing touch. Now that we have it all blended up and cooked and all the flavors together, now we are going to sprinkle some cheese on top. So the recipe calls for, I believe, 1/2 cup of shredded cheese. And we are going to do just a little more since we have a little more ground beef and everything here. And we have a mix of mild cheddar and then also a Mexican blend.
It's cheddar jack,
which is cheddar jack. So we're going to just sprinkle that all over it and let it go for about 30 seconds just to get good and melted.
Smells good. Smells good.
All right, so let's go ahead and scoop this up and serve it.
Brings a scoop like that.
Oh, that looks so cheesy and yummy. Oh, that looks so good. And then the recipe says that once you finish melting the cheese and everything, it does call for like a green onion and a little bit of lettuce as a garnish. We're not going to put lettuce on the whole thing just because we're probably going to save the leftovers, but we're just going to garnish the top here on our plate with a little bit of lettuce. And there you have it, folks. Keto Cheesy Taco Skillet. Mmm. So now we get the fun part of the taste test. Get some cheese in there. Mmm. It tastes so good.
Is it hot?
It's got a little bit of a kick from that jalapeno, but then the
Powder,
cheese.
Too. You can add sour cream to it too.
Yeah, my mom put a dollop of sour cream on top, and she said it just made it perfect. But oh my goodness, that is just, oh. Mmm.
You got cheese hanging off your chin. Is that good? It looks good.
That is definitely good. Like, not having a taco shell, I thought I would miss out. But this is so good. You don't need a taco shell. You don't need any tortillas or anything. It is so good. Absolutely wonderful. Julie, this was a home run. Thank you, girl. I really appreciate it. This is awesome.
You're lucky.
Guys, also I wanted to let you know the ingredients on the nutrition list, it does say 1 big spoonful, which is probably the size you've seen Don scoop this out with, was roughly 250 calories, and it's only 5 net carbs. So I've got 2 spoonfuls here, so that's roughly 10 carbs and about 500 calories. So that's an awesome meal. Thank you so much, Julie. It really, really is awesome. So there you have it, guys. Keto Cheesy Taco Skillet. Hope you enjoy it. If you try it, please come back and leave a comment. Let me know how you enjoyed it, or if you made any tweaks and made it your own. Like I said, I will put the full recipe down in the description below. As always, thank you for watching and subscribing. And until our next video, take care, everyone.